Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. So we have our pre-order pricing today. Going to go ahead and scroll down and take a look at those. No massive surprises or anything like that. Most things are in line with what we would expect or current model ranges. So first we have the Blood Bowl Amazon team. This is for the plastic box. This is $50 USD, or we have $60 Canadian. Right in line with all of the other Blood Bowl teams. So again, no surprises there. Then we have the Blood Bowl Spike Journal 15. Blood Bowl Spike Journal 15, again, right in line with what you'd expect. $15 USD or $20 Canadian. And then we have all of our accessories for the Amazon team as well. So first we have the Amazon Team Pitch and Dugouts. And that is $50 USD or $60 Canadian. Then next we have the Amazon Team Card Pack. And this one is $30 USD or $35 Canadian. And last but not least, we have our Amazon Team Dice Set. And these are $18 or $24 Canadian. So that is it for our Blood Bowl releases. The rest of these will come from Forgeworld. So those prices are yet to be released. All right, and then on to Warhammer Quest. So we have the Warhammer Quest Cursed City game for $200. That is just the regular game returning. Now, just a heads up, if you haven't picked up this box set yet, it is absolutely amazing. Even if you never play the game, the amount of awesome miniatures that come in it, and it's very similar to like a dungeon crawler D&D style of like miniatures inside. A bunch of undead, some characters, heroes, etc. So really, really nice set. Comes with a lot of like basic stuff that you would fight early in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, etc. Now the game itself, I've never played. I've heard mixed things about it. I really like this style of game, and I've played all of the Warhammer Quests, including Blackstone Fortress, and they've all been super fun and honestly awesome games. Some of the complaints I heard with this are the fact that the bad guys don't have like ranged weapon attacks. They end up sort of just like running forward, and you're basically just trying to like chew through wall of bad guys that don't really pose much threat to you, and you're just trying to do it before a certain amount of times goes by. So it kind of makes sense. Seems like maybe there's just not a ton of strategy there, and it's just a little bit more of sort of like a dungeon crawler. So if you like that kind of game, it could be fun. If you're more into like an RP type game, might not be the game for you. But overall, the actual box set is amazing. And the $200 retail, originally it sold out in a flash, and then they brought it back. And when they brought it back, they must have sold way too many of them made to order, because you can pick this box set up places from like $130 to $150. So substantial discounts over retail. And in my opinion, this is a must-have for anybody that does not already have Warhammer Quest Cursed City. And then here we see the expansion. I will pick this up eventually. I'm not going to jump on it right away. I'm not going to have any time to touch it. Still haven't played through the regular game. I will pick it up eventually, put it on a shelf somewhere, and then hopefully one day play it. But I'm not like rushing out to grab it right this second. But I guess we could talk about the prices on that one. So the Cursed City Nightwars English, so $50 USD and $60 Canadian. And again, that contains no actual miniatures. That's just all the accessories. You would have to buy your miniature pack separately, or proxy, or 3D print, etc. Next, we have the Warcry book. So Warcry core book. This is the core rule book for 2nd edition Warcry. This is $50 USD or $60 Canadian. Right in line with that I expected. There's not a ton of changes over the previous Warcry book, but there are some additional rules in this. It sort of like gathers up all the rules from the various expansions, and then on top of that adds in reactions as well. Warcry is an awesome game. If you've never played Warcry, it's amazing. It is similar to Kill Team in a way. It's a little bit more of an entry game, I would say, but in many ways the archetype for what made Kill Team so awesome today. So highly recommend both of those skirmish games, Warcry and Kill Team. So next we have the Space Marine Heroes. So the only way these are actually available is in a box with all 6 of them, but you get 8 total. So there's 2 duplicates and then a set of 6, and it's $64 USD for the 8-pack. They're not marked, so it's basically like blind buys. So it is $64 USD or $80 Canadian. That will get you 80 of these guys. It will include all 6 according to the description, and then 2 random duplicates. All right, and then we have our Horus Heresy upgrades. Those will be right in line with all of the other upgrades from Forgeworld as well. So no surprises there. And then on to some Black Library. So first for Black Library, I have the Cursed City in paperback. This is the first time it's available in paperback. It's $16 USD or 17 Canadian. I am curious, has anyone ever read this? I went to pick it up initially and it sold out, and then I just never bothered. But I do kind of like the idea of Cursed City, so maybe that's something I'd be interested in. So if you did read that, let me know what you think. Was it worth the read? Next we have Empire at War, the Omnibus. And that is $21 or $25 Canadian. And then, of course, we have Rogaldorn by Gavin Thorpe and The Emperor's Crusader. And this is a hardback novel. The other two are paperback. This one is $19 USD or $21 Canadian for Rogaldorn. And then a bunch more stuff, some accessories, all that good stuff as well. But that is it for this week's prices. No big surprises. I mean, the only real surprise is that Games Workshop is selling a box set without minis. But I have speculated on that in the past. I speculated on it when the actual game was delayed and there was all the issues previously. That they had talked about expansions already. And then they ended up releasing all the vampire models and Radikar separately. I suspect that what actually happened was somewhere along the way there was issues. So rather than just sitting on all of the models and trying to sort all this out, that they decided to like sell the models. You know, I'm not 100% sure that that's the truth or even realistic, because they would have had to come up with like packaging for all the models, repack them in the boxes and then sell them. I don't know. I'm just not sure exactly what the deal is. Let's hope that this is either an experiment that fails or just like a one-off situation, and that realistically going into the future, GW is going to continue to sell like the bundle big boxes. It doesn't make much sense to me specifically with a Cursed City expansion, after Cursed City is like one of the best deals they've ever sold, like the amount of miniatures for the price and the game and everything, as opposed to the expansion, which would be basically no miniatures and just the cardstock stuff. So complete opposites between the core game and the expansion. So let's hope it is just a one-off, which I suspect it probably is. So, but only time will tell. So hopefully the future expansions will just come with the models and they won't be packaged separately like this. They'll be maybe slightly more expensive, but include, you know, the most important thing, obviously. Now, when we saw the Blackstone Fortress expansions, they ran about $60 and came with a handful of miniatures in each one, like between basically like 2 and I think like 8 miniatures in each one, and they ran around $60. Now, since then we've had price increases, so I would be okay paying more than $50 for that Cursed City expansion, but I would want it to include some models. So, you know, if it was 60 or 70 but included all the models, it would be an absolute steal. If it was 99 and included all the models, it would still be a steal. Anything more than that and it starts getting like, I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully it is just a one-off scenario, but lots of good releases coming this week. I'm sure lots of people are going to be after this Amazon team. They look super cool. If I was going to get into Blood Bowl, I'm not sure who I would play, but these are definitely one of the cooler teams I've seen so far. So I could understand this being a popular team. And then obviously, you know, with Games Workshop, typically like newer stuff is, you know, pretty popular. People want to try something different or get a little bit of an edge in actual gameplay. So very exciting. Lots going on this week for our releases, but that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, if you have any of these models you plan on picking up or any of these sets, make sure to let me know down below. If you read the Cursed City book, let me know what you think of that. And then, you know, obviously sound off if you're a Blood Bowl player out there in the chat. All kinds of people play all kinds of different games, and Blood Bowl is one of the ones that is like secretly like really popular. I didn't realize it had that big of a following, especially in Europe. So if you are a Blood Bowl player, let me know down below which team you play and, you know, if that game is fun or not. So, but that's it for today. If you do enjoy these daily reaction, review, and news videos, painting, modeling, and conversion tutorials, make sure to like and subscribe. We do them based on Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Horus, Heresy, and all that good stuff. But that is it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.